viewers, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Emma and I'm so happy you clicked on my What's for Dinner video. I hope you like it. We'll give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Let's just jump right on in to this week's What's for Dinner video. Here is everything you are going to need for tonight's dinner. So I started by putting 4 chicken thighs into my slow cooker. I'm going to sprinkle some cornstarch over both sides of the chicken thighs. Get them coated in the cornstarch a little bit. Next, I'm going to pour some Panda Express Mandarin Teriyaki sauce over the top of the chicken. And I only used about half of this 20-ounce bottle. And we're going to cook on low for 10 hours. The chicken thighs have 45 minutes left, so I'm going to bring a pot of salted water to a boil, cut up my bell pepper, and have some water chestnuts, and just set them to the side. Once the water was boiling up, I just threw in some of these Chinese-style lo mein noodles, and I'm just going to cook them according to the packaging directions. While the lo mein noodles are cooking up, I'm going to coat the bottom of my wok with some extra virgin olive oil. I let the olive oil heat up for a few minutes. Then I added some purple onion. I added my bell pepper and water chestnuts, some mushroom, and some broccoli. Then once everything was in the wok, I gave it a little stir, and just let it cook up for a few minutes. By this time, the noodles were done and my chicken was done. Here are the chicken thighs done. Don't they look delicious? I just had my husband take them out of the slow cooker and we just let them rest for a few minutes. And then he just cut them into slices. Then with the leftover sauce that was in the slow cooker, I poured it into a measuring cup, and I'm gonna pour this over the vegetables and lo mein noodles to give it extra flavor. I just put the lo mein noodles in with the stir-fried vegetables and then poured the extra sauce over the top, gave it a good old stir or toss, and served it up. I had some of these pagoda chicken pot stickers in my freezer and I thought they'd go well with this meal. So I just cooked them up according to the packaging directions. And while the pot stickers were finishing up, we just added the chicken to our bowls. Then when the pot stickers were done, I added them and I sprinkled a little bit of green onion on top. And then here it is, all served up. This was delicious. For tonight's dinner, I'm going to start by putting about a half a cup of chicken broth into my slow cooker. One boneless, skinless chicken breast. And I'm just going to season it with a little bit of garlic powder. Now I'm going to pop the lid on, and we're going to cook it on low for 8 hours. Then once the chicken was done, I shredded it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the shredded chicken to the side, and I'm just going to warm up some vegetable oil. I just coated the bottom of my pan with vegetable oil. Then I'm going to let that heat up. My husband is going to warm up some corn tortillas. Once the corn tortillas were warm, he is just going to stuff them with some of that shredded chicken. Then once it's stuffed with the chicken, he is going to roll these corn tortillas and put a toothpick in so when we fry them up, they won't fall apart. And then here they are all rolled up. And this is how my husband tests if the oil is hot enough. So once the oil was hot enough, we just put the taquitos into the oil and just let them cook up for about 3 minutes on each side. While the taquitos finish up, we're just going to get our toppings ready. We just washed some lettuce and tomato, cut it up, and then we had some queso fresco cheese, and my husband's just going to crumble that up.
I'm going to use this lid.
Okay, to do what?
When we put the taquitos down.
Okay.
Do it like this. So all the oil will drain. We'll keep it like that so the oil will drain this way.
Once the taquitos had drained off some of that oil, and cooled down, of course, because they were hot, I took off the toothpicks. And then here is my husband showing you a close-up of how delicious these taquitos look. Now time to serve them up on our plates. I did the taquitos, some lettuce, some tomato, some table cream, it's just like sour cream. Next, the queso fresco, or crumble cheese as I call it. And then lastly, I drizzled some hot sauce over the top. And then that was it. Here it is all served up. Absolutely delicious. For tonight's dinner, we are making a super simple sausage and pasta skillet meal. I'm going to start by cutting up my sausage. The sausage is now frying up. I'm just going to fry it up for a few minutes just to get a little crust on the outside of the sausage. It's fully cooked, so about a minute or two on each side. The sausage has been cooking up for a few minutes. Now I'm going to add a cup of macaroni noodles, a 24-ounce jar of this Rayo's spicy marinara. Stir, stir, stir. Next, I'm going to add a cup of beef broth, but I'm going to pour it into the jar. of the marinara sauce. Pop the lid on, give it a shake, shake, shake. And then I'm gonna pour this in there. Voila. Now we give it a stir, stir, stir. Now I'm gonna pop the lid on. And we're just gonna let it cook for about 10 minutes until the macaroni noodles are soft. While that's cooking up, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 425 and I'm just gonna cook up some of this 4-cheese Texas toast. Here it is all done. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little mozzarella on top. And that's it. Delicious. For tonight's dinner, we are having a BBQ Ranch chicken salad. We had a salad last week for dinner, a shrimp salad, and it was just so delicious. So I still have some lettuce left over from my tacos and the baguette from our soup of the week video. So I figured I may as well just use it all up. So I'm gonna start by pounding out my chicken and cutting it into bite-sized pieces. In my pan here, I'm gonna do a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of butter. And we're just gonna let the oil heat up and the butter melt. This has heated up. I have cut up my chicken into bite-sized pieces. I'm just gonna throw that in. Give a little stir, stir, stir. Next, I have about a half a pack of this classic ranch dry seasoning. I'm just gonna sprinkle that over the chicken for flavor. I'm just gonna let that cook up and for about 6-7 minutes. I have preheated my oven to 375, and when it's heated up, we'll just throw in our bread, not in the wrapper. So have a fabulous week. Bye.